Welcome back to the Teal Raven. This is episode 6, and today is July 30th, 2018. It is hot. It is so hot. We went to the coast to escape the heat. It was 111 degrees in Yuba City, and we packed up, went to Fort Bragg, and then down to Mendocino. And it was 68 degrees down there, so it was just heavenly. I think we were the only people there that were walking around in our shirt sleeves and shorts. But it reminded us a lot of the mountains, so we were in heaven. There was a charming yarn shop there that I will talk about in our next podcast. But in the meantime, I wanted to show you what I finished on the 3.5-hour drive there and the 3.5-hour drive back. It's my Hohi Locatelli shawl, Echoes of Color. It has not been blocked yet. These little fringe here will be nice and straight when they're blocked. I got it done in time. I wanted it done in time for the wedding in September. So I am very, very happy with it. This was knit with the Lolo Did It's Folsom and Heisenberg Blue. And then, what was it? Baby, I can't remember, Baby Bliss or something like that. It's a vanilla of the other color. I can't remember, but it's a cream color. It was in my second or third podcast, but such an incredible knit. I totally recommend it. It was very relaxing, very easy pattern to remember. It's all in garter stitch, so you're just knitting the entire time, and you can binge watch Netflix while you're knitting away, or like I do, I binge podcasts of the Knit Girls and Fat Squirrel Speaks, and the Grocery Girls. I tend to watch those three. Oh, and Christy Glass Knits. I watch her a lot as well. So, fun podcasts. If you haven't seen them yet, I totally recommend them. A project that you can do is a small craft, very quick and easy. This is made from shelving liner. It's PVC and nylon. It's rubbery, and then I just double crocheted around the entire thing, 4 double crochets in the corner. And you use this like a pot holder, except you use it to untwist water bottle tops, mayonnaise jar tops, anything that you need a little extra grip on. And they're super simple to make. I just buy a half yard of the PVC fabric from Joann's. A half yard sheet like this costs me $4, well actually $3 with my coupon, but it's $4 regular. And fold it in half like this. So you've got the full half yard, fold it in half, then bring it down into a point like that, so you're making a square, cut along that edge. You get a piece that is ½ inch or half yard wide, and I don't know how long that is. It looks like maybe about 10 inches long. Just fold it in half and double crochet in all these little holes all the way around, and that's it. And you have this great little pot holder thing. You don't use it as a pot holder because it'll melt, but a great little gadget for opening up hard to open bottles of things. It gives you that extra grip. So again, super nice for seniors. I made some for my in-laws next door, and Beatrice was just tickled. She says, "Oh, I'm strong, I don't need it," but Wes does. So Wes needs it, but not Bee. That's their little gift. Okay, some exciting news for me. I contacted Heidi of Wolfy Wool yarns, and told her I wanted to make Joji Locatelli's sweater called, let's see, what is it called? Oh, Rhapsody in Cables. There's the sweater. Cables all up and down it. Let's see, you can really see that. And it's got just as many cables on the back. So I talked to her about the sweater. She went and looked at it. I told her I would love it if she could custom dye me some yarn for this sweater. And I told her I loved teals and I loved ravens, and that I would really like it if the name of the yarn could be Teal Raven. So this is her label, Wolfy Wool, and this is the yarn she came up with. Teals with pops of color all the way through it. And the reason I'm showing you in this skein is because I wanted to show you the difference between a skein and a cake. Now, if you were to buy this cake in the store, you would just say, oh, it's teal. You wouldn't even see all these little pops. There you can see a little pop, but all these little colors are wound up inside. So if you get these skeins, don't be afraid to pull them open a little bit. Don't unravel them, but pull them open a little bit and see where the color is, if they've got color inside them. I know this one does. They're in there. It's going to look like this, okay? I can't find them, but they're in there, and it's going to look like this. So I am very excited to knit with this. It's going to be all speckled. So excited. Thank you, Heidi, for doing this for me. It was, how long was the process? It was about 2 weeks for us to decide on the color scheme, and then she took maybe about 4 weeks to dye it and then get it to me. And you know, she dyed it and showed me the samples, made sure I was happy with it, and then dyed it for me. We had to wait for it to dry, and then she caked them for me and sent them off. So I recommend working with her. She is a joy to work with, so understanding and so patient with me, and she gives you a breakdown of different types of yarns that you can use, so you have a price range of different types of yarns. I chose something kind of in the middle, and this is worsted weight. The sweater calls for worsted weight. I know she's starting to carry some specialty yarns in her shop now. She is really just a super person. The next thing I got, this is another one of the mystery yarns from the Hue Loco and Grocery Girls mystery yarns. So if you haven't received your August mystery yarn yet, this is the time to look away. This is the color that came, and it's called Double Date, and it's on a stellina, which is what that sparkle is. It's really beautiful. It also came with a pack of cards, and these cards are based on the Mrs. Brown's bags that they put out. I really love this. I honestly really do. But for the price of these things, I don't know that I'm going to get any more of them, because they are pretty pricey, and they're super soft and squishy, and I really love that. I'm going to put it down now so you can look back. But honestly, for the price, I could almost get 2 skeins of another yarn, and I think that's what I'm going to do from now on. So I got 3 of the different mystery yarns, and I'm really happy I did. But again, the price break is just a little high for me for that much yarn, which is enough for a pair of socks, and I have to budget this a little bit. As much as I would love to buy all 6 months of of the yarn, because it is just a one of a time dyeing, and I think that they're really beautiful. But that'll be the last one of those I get. The work in progress I have, this is the work in progress. It's the Stray Cat socks. They're pink and pale cream. I'm just doing a real simple 6 and 2 rib all the way around. These are going to be for my future daughter-in-law. She's getting married in September, and she says she is a girly girl. She wanted girly girl stuff. So I found this. It's called Evie. The colorway is Evie, and it's a sock weight, and it's got cashmere in it, so it's super, super soft. So I'm working on those for her. I should have those finished by the next podcast. And the very last thing, very simple, is I don't have a truth. I can't think of a truth this month or this week. I was trying to think of something that had to do with heat, but honestly, it is just so hot. I can't think of anything clever right now. But I can tell you of a book that I read that is absolutely wonderful, and I wholeheartedly recommend it. It's John Scalzi's Red Shirts. This won the Hugo last year, I believe. Oops, it's blowing around. I just took a photograph of the cover. And what this story is about is it's a starship in space, very similar to Star Trek, and all of the red shirts on board start to realize that we're dying. Every time there's an away mission, somebody dies. So they start comparing notes, and they start realizing that only these 5 people over here never seem to die. They keep getting hurt real bad, but they don't die. And if you're with them, the chances of you dying are greater than if you're on your own. Or if you're part of the narrative, if you have a backstory of your own, chances are you won't die. Okay, so this is a hilarious book. It's about the crew that decides that they're going to take their own fate into their hands and stop this death toll that's being taken on the red shirts of the ship. It's the ship that is called the Intrepid. It is hilarious. Just one thing after another happens to these people, and you get to know them. There's character development, which is always a pleasure in a book, and it's very well written and fast paced. You don't get bogged down in the science of it at all. It's just kind of like Star Trek. Take it as fact. This is the way it is in this universe, and it's a fun universe to romp around in. So that is it. Just a very short little podcast. I just wanted to update you on what I've been doing, and next week I will review one of my favorite cookbooks and maybe have a recipe for my baked beans, which are absolutely incredible. It's kind of hot, but it is a summertime. You cook them up hot, obviously, and bake them, but they are just to die for when they're cold. And I hope to have a couple more projects cast on. The Hohi Locatelli sweater. It's a little hot for this time of year to wear, but winter is coming up. And I hope to have the Evie socks finished, and maybe a sweater for my goddaughter's daughter cast on as well. So I will talk to you later. If you like what you've seen, please subscribe and give me a thumbs up. Talk to you later. Bye.